Dale, good afternoon to you. You're inside the game.
Hey, brother.
How are you?
I'm good. You know you hit my favorite spot now today with defensive line.
Yes, I know it is.
Yeah. You know who my first one is, I bet, without even telling you.
Okay.
Tell me. You tell me who my first one is.
Probably John Copeland.
There you go.
Okay.
My main man. That's him. To me, I know on Crimson Cover they give him a hard time, Parker and the other guy there.
Good bread,
but I tell you what, they underestimate how great he was to me. He was an awesome football player. I'll take him over everybody, and then I'll take Curry, and then I would take Marty Line, no doubt. You got to put him in there because he seemed to live in the backfield on everybody's team that we play. And then one that you said you don't remember, but I remember well, and another one that just lived in the backfield, and he was like the Hulk, except he was a shorter version. Robert Stewart.
Okay.
Great nose tackle. I'll never forget how well he played. You want to hear from some of the old Alabama fans, well, that's it. That, to me, he was a great nose tackle. And he could be very well the very best one. And I kind of knew him, too, so
Can I read you a Marty Lyons quote?
Yeah.
This is classic, Dell. Quote, "The first person I would like to thank is the good Lord for giving me the ability to play the game of football. Because without the ability to play the game, I would have been at Auburn." That was Marty Lyons.
Oh, God, that's been terrible. I'll tell you, to me, he could have very well been the best, too. I mean, he just stayed in the backfield. He stayed in the backfield, man. They just could not keep him out of that backfield. He had a motor that just ran 100 to nothing. But there have been some great ones. I mean, we left out a lot. There's a lot of great defensive linemen that played at the University of Alabama. So, I mean, that's just my opinion, those four. Those four to me were just unblockable. And when I say defensive line, I'm talking about down in the trenches guys.
Sure.
Not the finesse kind. These guys were down in the trenches and beat you up front, face to face.
Bubba in Calera, Alabama, you're inside the game.
I got to go. My first one off the bat, I don't know anybody that's better than the bookie, Copeland and Curry. You have to just pick one. I don't know. I mean,
four defensive linemen.
Four?
Yes.
I'm going. Okay, good. Let me go those two. Okay, now I might go outside the box. Do you remember a guy named John Hand, Big John Hand?
Sure. In the 80s.
John loved John Hand and thought he was good. Okay, here's another one. There was a guy back in '99 named Cornelius Griffin that played. And I remember we won the SEC championship. We beat Florida that year. And I thought a lot of people picked us for the national champ the next year. And I thought we were going to win it. And our defense just, floundered. And, of course, that's when we started roasting, Dubos and all this other stuff. But I remember a lot of people saying, and I remember other coaches and just hearing a lot of talk, one of the big losses on that team was the defensive lineman, Cornelius Griffin. They said he basically by himself held that defense together. He anchored that end. He did everything he needed to do. He made all the calls. He kept everybody together. He kept everybody pushing. When he left that defensive end position and went to the Redskins the next year, there was nobody to pick up the slack or do anything. And then I started thinking back about how good that guy was. So that's kind of out of left field, and I know you've got your Marcel Darius's and all the recent guys, Jonathan Allen and Jaron Reed and Ashawn Robinson. There's so many studs, but that's just kind of my story.
Well, but Cornelius Griffin was a super player, and I don't know where he is today, but he'd be a great guy that we could feature on Throwback Thursday, presented by Brian Harden Construction. But played a lot of years in the pros. I want to say it was Washington, New York Giants, maybe those couple of organizations there with Cornelius Griffin. But great player. And
like I said, I just remember us being so good in '99, and then I didn't think much about it. We only lost one guy, Corny. That's the only guy we lost off the defense, thinking, we're going to be great. And the defense just fell apart. I mean, now, obviously, I think the coaching obviously had a lot to do with it, but there were so many people, I was reading little articles and hearing stuff, and other players say stuff like Cornelius Griffin left that team, and he was the glue that held it all together. And, of course, like I said, he went pro and just had a great career, which just kind of backed up the point that he really was as good as everybody thought he. And it seems like I read a story on him one time about how he got recruited and came to Alabama, and it was just a phenomenal read. But yeah, that'd be a good Throwback Thursday one day. Maybe you can kind of make you and McClain could make that happen one day.
Red, you're next. You're inside the game.
Bob Baumhauer, Marty Lyons, John Copeland, and Eric Curry.
All right, Marty Lyons, Eric Curry. Who was the other one?
John Copeland.
John Copeland.